Today we are here with our 2022 Tahoe, which is a 3.0 Eco Diesel, as you've probably watched the review of how cool this thing is. But today we're going to take it to the next step. We're going to take it from Soccer Mom Edition to Wide Edition. So we have some 24 by 12s on 33s that we are going to put on here. And we're going to see what they look like and how much they rub. There's not a lot of room here, so they're probably going to rub quite a bit. This is stock height, and we might put a leveling kit on here, but we might not at the same time. We might just cut off the fender, as they say. So that's what we're going to do today, so let's get started. I don't know what I did there, but so now we're going to do a fitment test and see if they fit. Full lock.
All right, that's full lock. It definitely touches the fender liner, but not terrible. Bring her back out. That's pretty amazing. This has got to be bad. And you're hitting. How many turns was that? Maybe a turn?
I don't really know. I didn't really look. I didn't pay too much attention.
We'll be right back after this short message.
This is a grinder. So you know what time it is. We are going to make these fit without putting a level on the truck. So if you come down here, it was mainly hitting on this plastic flappy here. So as you can see in our professional dust line we're going to probably cut right along there all the way down, and then we're going to tuck this all back, try to make it look pretty, and I think it'll be good. The front, you can see that it's rubbing on the carpet, but I don't think that's no big deal. If it is, we can always adjust that later. So we're going to get to cutting, and we'll be right back. I need some more tape.
You gonna go straight down now?
You think just straight?
Probably. On the plastic, because it'll line up with your step. This is how the professionals do it.
What do you think of that?
Well, I'm off to the side, so I can't really tell you, but
Yeah, I think it's looking,
I mean, it's your car.
I think it's looking good.
In reality, this is just making it worth more
Pretty much.
for less.
Did you see that?
The
It
fire?
was flying. I think it's complete.
Scalpel.
Ooh. Little connection still there. Okay. Just need to cut the back piece of that and we'll be ready.
So brief update, it looks pretty good. We kept this piece, and if there's a hole that's left here that the fender liner doesn't hide, we're going to use this to stick back on there, and we'll screw it into place there onto something that it will hold on to, and no one will see it. So, may look a little junky right there, but let's get it finished up, and then we'll show you finished product.
Alright, so here is the experience that you can gain from Russ. As you look here, we did make it work, but we ended up cutting our metal, cutting out some of the plastic, and then putting this plastic piece back on just to make it look a little bit better. It's definitely far from perfect. This was just a quick job. Our recommendation would definitely be to put a level on it, maybe 2 inches, maybe 2.5. And then these probably would fit perfectly with very minimal rubbing. Right now they do rub, but it's drivable. So it looks really good. Once again, these are 24 by 12s. You remember the offset?
Negative 44.
Negative 44 on a 33-inch 12.5 tire. So yeah, it looks really good though. It's got a decent amount of offset. In the future, if we get another one of these, we're talking lift, really build one, it'll be really cool. But for now, this is what you get whenever you put 12 wides on a 22 Tahoe. No.
So what are you doing?
All right, so the wheels and tires rub pretty good, and so basically if you want to look in here, right here at the back part of the step really rubs pretty bad. So you either have the option to cut the step or to just take them off. So pretty smart. This thing's low to the ground, so we're going to take off the steps, probably just sell them separately. You don't really need them. And then after that, we're going to get in here and cut a little bit more of this plastic piece out, and I think we'll have no rubbing at all, full lock all day long. go get your kids from school type machine. So that's where we're at.
Well, it was not too windy to get this video finished up. We wanted to kind of show you guys what we ended up doing here on this 2022 Tahoe to fit the 24x12s. What ended up happening is the steps rubbed quite a bit. We showed that. So once we got those off and did our slight amount of trimming here behind the fender, you can hardly tell that it's done, especially whenever it's all cleaned up. But yeah, just had to take that back just a little bit. You can hardly see in there because it's a pretty stuffed look with this wheel and tire setup on there. And then it barely rubs on the front. Obviously that would happen probably more in reverse where you could catch it and pull on something. But setup looks really cool. I think it looks really mean going down the road. And one thing that Cole has noticed driving it is that the fuel mileage has dropped probably 3-4 miles per gallon. So obviously running bigger aftermarket setups, you're not going to get as good fuel mileage. So that's one thing to note if you're planning on running something like this. At least the prices of fuel have kind of started to go down a little bit, so it doesn't hurt quite as bad. But man, it's all about that look. So it looks pretty sharp, all finished up here. And driven it quite a bit with the setup, and I think I would definitely put this on a Tahoe if I bought it. The only downside is when you take the step off, it does show quite a bit of the frame there, which with a power washer it will clean back up black, but GM uses that grimy, greasy, oily junk on the frame that collects all the dust. So beyond that, that's really all I would pick on appearance. So other than that, you put a little bit of lighting on this thing, or just leave it the way it is if you like it without having the extra lights and stuff on it. And it's a pretty cheap option for, you know, stepping up into the aftermarket world. The factory 22s that came on this are worth quite a bit of money. So if you have a Tahoe and you're willing to trim just a little bit, or you could just simply buy probably a 2-inch leveling kit. May still have to take those steps off. We're not really sure on how that would clear yet, but this is what we did on this option. So hopefully it educates you enough to decide what you could go with on yours. And we hope that you liked the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe.